and the world is happy to welcome Mr. Ikenna Nweke, a PhD fellow at the Tsukuba University. You may like to know who is Mr. Ikenna Nweke. He is now the media frenzy, the highest sensation, the man who is managing to change the image of Nigerians and Africans at large in Japan. We are really very happy to welcome him here today, and I'm sure many of you would want to know, we want to listen to him live in Nahfconnects studio to know the reason why he is this saint that we believe he is. Welcome to this studio, Mr. Ikenna Nweke. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Ikenna Nweke, please, I would love if you can introduce yourself to our audience. Of course, I have given a tip of ice badge that you are a scholar, a PhD fellow with the Tsukuba University. Could you please introduce yourself once again to our audience so that they know that I'm not calling you Mr. Ikenna Nweke for nothing. Or maybe I just pick another guy to say this is Mr. Ikenna Nweke. Of course, you know there are a lot of photo, they call it a photo shoot or Photoshop right there. So we want everything to be in blueprint that you are here today to let the world that yes, you are the man who is cleaning Nigeria's and Africa's image at large in Japan and the rest of the world. Could you please explain yourself to our audience?
First, I want to really appreciate you for having me today. Thank you very much, sir. When I saw your invitation, I decided to forgo every other thing I had wanted to do today. My name is Ikenna Steve Nweke. I am from Okos village, from Ndokwu Kindred, Okos village in Amosa, in Isialamba, non-local government area of Imo State. I was born in Oboko. Oboko is kind of a ghetto in Onisha, Anambra State. I came to Japan in 2013 as a Global 30 student. Global 30 was a scholarship established by the Japanese government. So after that, I proceeded to master's program, and currently I'm doing my PhD. I'm a Rotary Yodayama Foundation Scholarship Fellow, so I'm a Rotary Fellow, and I'm also a teaching assistant at the University of Tsukuba.
Thank you very much. What is a very extensive, citation of yours. Although they are brief, I know there are a lot of things, packed behind. Yes, let me quickly rush into knowing. Of course, you are a scholarship fellow here, but what brought you that? How did you get the scholarship? Because I think we want a lot of Nigerians, a lot of Africans to start studying, utilizing these opportunities to study in Japan through scholarship schemes. How did you get the scholarship?
First, I want to say that I had always wanted to study abroad. So my coming to Japan started when my friend and a brother, who is also currently doing his PhD at the University of Tsukuba, informed me about the Global 30 program. I applied and I got interviewed. I went through an interview process.
Where did they interview you? In Nigeria, in the embassy of Japan, or in Japan when you arrived here?
No, it was through Skype.
Okay, through Skype.
Skype interview.
Okay.
It was Skype interview. So, but of course, there are several scholarship opportunities for non-Japanese.
Yes.
So in Nigeria, we have MEXT, which is currently
on right now.
So
yes.
The deadline is, I think, on the 31st of
Yes, I've made a publication on MEXT scholarship for young students who want to study in Japan.
Yeah. So we have a Mumbo Gakusho. We have a whole lot of scholarship opportunities for people who would want to study in Japan. So when I went through the interview process, I was selected, and the rest is history, as they say. I'm here. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, when Japan selects you as one among the scholars who are supposed to come to Japan to study on scholarship, it means you have a lot of things upstairs. It's not only luck, I'm sure of that. And that's why your head is getting bored, I'm sure.
I think we really have to, rethink this whole concept of luck. Of course, I do believe in luck.
I'm sure.
But I also it doesn't replace the place of work.
Thank you.
So if you go to my profile picture on Facebook, you would see I've always buried myself in education. So for you to go through an interview process, I was interviewed by 2 professors.
Yeah.
So it is not you wouldn't get luck if you were not prepared. Yeah. So I think I was
encourage the younger ones to get prepared at every time.
Exactly.
If you want to get a scholarship to Japan or any other country, you need to work for it.
Exactly. You need to deserve it. The law plays a role, but you need to deserve it.
Thank you.
Yeah. You don't come here by accident.
That's a very good one. Thank you very much, Mr. Nweke, for these brief encouragements to our younger generations. I've always, want most of you who are still in school to come up from an organization that will help younger Africans. Feel free and give them the guidelines to, start getting scholarship to Japan. Of course, we will discuss that later. Okay. How you can be of help with other, students that I do know, other scholars that we do know. Let me not, deviate from the main topic, why you are here today, because it is our responsibility, I believe, to, promote our people, to protect our country, harmonious relationship between individuals and social groups, which I think is the best characteristics of government. And when you have these things, automatically you have good heart. Yeah. As you can see, the sudden media frenzy, the sensation you have caused through your goodwill.
Thank you.
So, and it is erasing our bad image everywhere now that Mr. Nweke, he has done something noble. In Japan, it is not strange because people often pick things and they send them to the owner or report back to the police to take care of it. But in our own course and consequent to the situation at hand right now, it is strange to many that someone could pick such a large sum of money, in this coronavirus pandemic season, and return it back with the credit cards that worth millions and millions of dollars in them. The courage is enormous. Could you just throw a light? How did you see this post? Where did you see them? And how do you manage to send them back to the authorities before we go into the awards and accolades that follow them?
As you already pointed out, this is a common trait that every human being should possess. Yeah. So for me, I don't see it as something quite spectacular. But time and season are really important in the course of history. Yeah. So on that fateful day, I went to the office, my room as a PhD scholar. So I finished my work for the day and I was going home. Then I decided to get something for my wife. Then I was climbing the staircase when I saw, it's not like a conventional wallet. It's a huge purse, as you can see in the pictures that are being circulated online. So when I saw the purse, I approached it and I picked it up. Then I opened it. I was really, really taken aback by what I saw. So I was like, wow. The first thing that crossed my mind was the owner of the money. We all have lost things once in our lives. So for me, I was more concerned about the owner of the money than the wallet, than the things I saw. So I quickly, it happened around the police station, and in Japan there are police stations at every train station. So this is really, it was easy to locate a police station. Then I went there, I handed over the purse to them, and they opened it. Then they looked at me. So this is people could have taken the money. This is not about nationality.
What was their reaction when they realized that you are a Nigerian? Who is it on this one?
I saw on their faces, like, I saw bewilderment. I saw like, is this really happening?
From a Nigerian?
From a Nigerian, from an African, So I could see it written on their faces, and one of the officers was asking me, like in Japanese, like, what is it?
Yeah.
What happened? Then I explained everything, and then he tried to tell me that in Japan that they have a rule that when you pick up something, you are entitled to 10%. And
before we go there, definitely I would want to know, because the news has it that when you picked this purse, filled with money, milk and honey. You photographed it before.
Yes.
You now picked it up.
Yeah.
What was the issue behind that? Well, why did you take such step?
To be honest with you, this is one question I keep asking myself.
Yes.
Because why did I take pictures? You know, it was an impulse. You know, it was not premeditated. You know?
Okay.
So I just took a picture. Like I'm gonna show my wife. Oh, I saw this picture or this wallet. I'm gonna show. You know, like so. It never occurred to me that that picture would be useful. You know?
Very important.
I didn't know. For me, it was just let me take random picture and then maybe text my wife that I saw this picture today, this wallet today. I think the owner might be looking for it. So it was kind of so when I returned it and after the whole encounter with the police officers.
Yes.
So in Japan they took my name, my residence card,
every information
about me. And then when the police officer was trying to explain to me my rights as someone who had found something that was missing, so he said after 3 months, if the owner does not show up, you have to take the whole money.
Yes.
This is their law.
That is the law.
Yeah. And the 10% should also be yours if the person comes. When he was saying that, honestly, I was picturing the owner of the money. Oh, where would this person be right now? What would be going through the person's mind? I said no. I declined.
Okay.
And the police officer felt, because my Japanese is not really, fantastic. So he felt maybe I didn't understand
what he's trying to explain or let you know that you have 10% of that money.
Then he said,
"Do you have money?"
Yeah. He said, "Do you have anybody who can speak good Japanese?"
Okay, he repeated that
Yes.
to make sure you understand that you have the
Exactly.
10% right
Exactly.
over the money.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then I said, yes. Then I called my pastor who lives in Saitama, which is a very far prefecture from Ibaraki,
Okay.
where I live. Then his name is Augustine Odigie. He's from Edo State.
Okay.
Then they asked me to give him phone
To translate to you, for you to understand deeply that you have 10%. Okay?
Exactly.
Good.
Then he called them, he spoke with them, and then he switched to me and he said, "This is what they are saying." I said, "Tell them I don't need the money." I already understood what they said.
Okay.
Then he also told them that I said I didn't want the money. Then they asked him, "What about the whole money if the owner does not show up after 3 months?" I also told him to tell them that I wouldn't take it.
That you have played your part.
Yes. Then he told them, they asked him, so he's a record, he can confirm what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He told them that Nigerians and foreigners are sometimes regarded as people who commit crime in Japan.
Okay.
That I'm doing this, that she knows me very well. That he knew that I was doing it because of the image, that I want to change the image. I want them to understand that not every
The stereotype
foreigner, the stereotype is not really it's a false stereotype. So he passed the message to them.
Okay.
That was when they said, okay. Then I left.
Thank you very much. That is a wonderful one indeed. I mean, it takes one person to change an ocean. Your attitude goes a long way to eliminate the bad stereotype that most few people have created. Dominating that they don't know that we still have men of goodwill, like I posted online. But on the other hand, citing or listening from the Nigerian community, the African communities around here, those whom I have discussed with about this episode, most of them praised you seriously. For your move, for your attitude. That shows your upbringing. You have a very solid upbringing. It matters a lot from childhood. You never forget your root, and that is an attitude of a true Nigerian.
Yeah, exactly.
But some of them insisted you should have accepted the 10%, which is your right.
Yeah, exactly.
Considering there are a lot of people to feed in Africa. I mean, a lot of palliatives are going on. I mean, that should have served as a palliative to Africa. So what do you think? Why didn't you accept the 10%? This is public opinion right now.
Yeah. Actually, it's not beyond what has been said by the African community and the Nigerian community. I've had some friends, even my friend from Australia.
Okay.
And then he said, Ikenna, you should have taken at least the 10%.
Okay.
Even if you didn't want to use it, you could have sent to somebody else.
Yes.
And then I explained to them.
Coronavirus is on the table and people are suffering.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for me, as a researcher on justice,
Good.
so I think the person who lost the money did not deliberately lose his money. And if we are talking about justice, justice demands that he should get his money.
Exactly.
So for me, I really understand both arguments. You should have taken this, you should have done this. But to be honest with you, I am more concerned about the owner of the money than those offers. So
you follow your mind.
Exactly. So this is actually what my late father, Napoleon Nweke, instilled in me. This is the way he brought me up. And this is what the threat I'm exhibiting. And I'm sure this is the threat of most Nigerians.
Good. Thank you very much. It is really good at this point in time for one to follow his will, his mind. And I love that idea your father instilled in you. It is a good one indeed. It also, depicts that you are from a very wonderful family. And wherever your father is, I think his soul will rest in perfect peace. Yes, because he has, trained you to this height to follow his footsteps of saying the truth, behaving well, being an exemplary figure in the society, and I'm quite sure that is why you're getting this huge attention. Yes, from every capacity, from all walks of life in the whole world. Yes, if I should now shift it to that end, I mean, many people have picked money in Japan. Many people have returned money, but I think they've not received this level of attention that you're receiving right now. When I was surfing through the net recently, I discovered a lot of dignitaries, many individual comments. I peeped in, I checked, I said, wow, this is great. Among which, high-profile government officials. I was aware you received a letter of commendation from the Nigerian embassy, being signed and issued to you by His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to Japan, Ambassador Muhammad Ogana Isa. Yes, I am aware you received such high-profile letter. Again, the Nigerian diaspora, Nigerians in diaspora chairman and CEO, which we call NIDCOM. We call it NIDCOM, Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. Honorable Labike Dabiri Erewa also extended a very warm, which I have a copy of her letter, a very warm, commendation on you. What message do you have for them in appreciation or in response to their letters?
Actually, I have never felt this honored in my life. I words enough cannot express my feelings. I never knew that my little kind of act of kindness would be appreciated this way. So my deepest gratitude goes to Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, who is the chairperson of NIDCOM. I think it is a huge plus to who I am and to whom I am becoming today. So I appreciate her a lot. I appreciate the Nigerian embassy. I appreciate everybody who has, in one way or the other, I appreciate the Imo State government. I appreciate the Nigerian Union Lagos branch. I appreciate the Okibo Professionals Group. I appreciate the Who is Who in Amozare. Most importantly, yesterday I got a message from the Secretary General of the Amozare Progressive Union that in December this year I would be inducted into the Hall of Fame of Amozare, which is the highest honor any person from Amozare can get, and there are only few people who have been recognized in that.
Given such an opportunity.
Yeah, for me to know that me being my late father was a truck pusher, so knowing that the son of a truck pusher would be celebrated this way, this is, there is nothing more I can ask of God.
Thank you. Yeah. Your palm kernel has been cracked by a benevolent spirit.
Yeah, exactly.
Making you to be humble. I think that is the lineage that is coming from there. Thank you very much for thanking the NIDCOM chairman and CEO, Honorable Erewa and Odabiri, and again the Nigerian embassy, His Excellency Ambassador, plenipotentiary and extraordinary Muhammad Ghana Isa for extending their message of goodwill to you. To be honest, there are a lot of other people. We can't stop. We can't even finish today if we continue to mention their name. Before I go to your advice to the African Nigerian community in Japan and in the world, because you have set, a stepping stone. You have set a space that others should follow. Therefore, they would like to hear, from you. What is your advice to them? But before I go there, I would want to dig in a little bit to know, your language ability. Can you speak a Japanese language?
Yeah, I can speak.
Doregurai shabrero.
Oh ma, yappari.
Yappari jadi.
Chotto dake. Ma, speak wa daijoubu. I can
shabrero to Tajan. You said you can speak. Well, of course, I know you can speak. The ones that can pass you on the
yeah,
road.
I can say I can speak, and I'm still learning Japanese anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all your studies are in English.
In English, but I'm taking Japanese classes now. I speak. I can manage. I can survive. I can live comfortably in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Nihon de ima Kyofukin Juman to Gakokujin ni mo morateru wake desu yo. Mo sono kane haitan desu ka? Morata. Have you received
Mother is
the 100,000 for?
so Morata.
Morata jane.
6万円
60もらったの?
So
were you surprised that the Japanese people extended that gesture to every citizen that is living in Japan? その日本からすべての日本に住んでる外国の方もきちんと住んでいればこのお金がもらったというのはどう感じてるんですか？私的には本当になんていう感謝しきれないんです。I cannot thank Japan enough because I never believed they would give to foreigners. So what's your opinion on that?
Well, I think
it's a part of goodwill.
Yeah, I think it speaks volume of what this nation is.
Thank you.
It speaks volume of
日本語で言ってよ。
まあちょっとできないから。それは本当に難しい。
難しい。難しくても頑張れよ。どう？お金もらってどう思う？日本から10万円もらったというのはどう思う？外国人として。
感謝しております。本当にありがとうございました。I'm really grateful.
Yes.
I didn't believe when I spoke to my friends. They said, no, when the countries didn't give to foreigners, so Japan wouldn't do that.
Okay.
But to my utmost chagrin, I have 6 kids. I have 6 members in my family.
Yes, exactly.
So we got 600,000 yen, and beyond that, there are other incentives. People who have children and stuff like that. And so for me,
without segregation.
Exactly. And as a student, my university also paid money.
Oh yeah, I know. They give to my daughters too.
Yeah. So for me, I think it doesn't just speak about what this nation stands for. It also speaks more about where this nation would be in the future.
Thank you.
Yeah.
なんかお金もらって嬉しかったらしいよ、渡辺さん。私も結構信じられなくてですね、日本からもう多分日本人だけかなと思った初めに。でもやっぱりすべて津々浦々に住んでる外国の方ももらってるっていうのはやっぱり税金払うべきだよね。You have to pay Japanese tax when they come, the rightful ones actually.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean we are really very. I just wanted to.
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I keep saying something that as long as I live, I will forever remain grateful to Japan. As long as I live.
日本語で言えよそれ
すいませんでした。
もう本当にもう生きている限り日本に感謝し続けますとっていう言ってるわけだからね。まあ多分全て日本で成功している外国の方は大体もうそれを心持ってますよ。Most foreigners who are excelling in different fields in Japan, they definitely are very grateful to Japan. To be very honest with you, so we are really very happy that at least that they extended, such generosity to
Foreigners.
every foreigner living in Japan. Of course, when they're experiencing difficulty, we join them. Yes, and when they are rejoicing, we rejoice with them together. So wherever you live becomes your second home. Yes, and you don't play a bad role there. Yes. I think on our interview today, you have given us, we don't want to go into, digging into your family matters. We are only here today to let the world know that this is the young man who has made all Africans great by setting an indelible and erasable recommendation, erasable thing on this planet Earth that is rare among a lot of people. So we want you to please send a message of goodwill to all Africans in Japan, from all facets. What do you expect them? I mean, the way to live, and at least your attitude have sent the message already, of which we know. But I think there's few messages you need to send to them, that people should be upright. People should at least believe in themselves. Yes, and people should at least know that if you slow and steady wins the rest. If you do it right, definitely. You cannot pay for these interviews. You cannot pay for all these letters that are coming to you. But because of the good attitude that you have portrayed among Nigerians, you now see what is happening. And it is from there. Any office you go into Nigeria right now, yes, the man who picked a huge boss and returned them, the trust remains there. What message have you for our viewers?
Yeah, I think first I would say that for those in Nigeria, or in Japan, or those in diaspora in other countries, I want you to know that you are the true representation of your country. So any good thing you do will speak volume about where we are coming from. So you might do something bad and then you are not caught, but every other Nigerian who might come after you will be regarded as a bad person. And when you do something good, that is also how it reflects on who we are. And secondly, I want to make this point clear. You do not get lost on the right channel, on the right track. Whatever good thing you do, you might think that the reward is not coming. The reward will definitely come. For instance, as he rightly said, I did not pay for publicity. So even if I had paid, it wouldn't have gone this viral. So this shows that our society still appreciates good work. So keep doing good work. Don't think nobody sees you. When I picked that wallet, nobody saw me. I could have taken it. But this is not who we are. This is not what we represent. So I returned the money. So if there is any Nigerian today who is, who is accused of something in Japan, because of this story, he will be given benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
That he's not a criminal.
Yes.
But if not for this kind of acts, the person might, Nigerians. So I want us to keep doing good. Let us, send the negative message that we are good people. We are a people capable of exhuming honesty, of exhibiting goodness and selflessness.
Thank you very much for honoring our invitation on Nahfconnects for Africa and the world. Our ambition and life pursuit has always been to promote, to help, to make sure that we build an institution that will be timeless in its relevance. We definitely would like to work with good-minded people any day, anytime. They become Nahfconnects family. We've interviewed a lot of African scholars. We've interviewed a lot of great Africans. We've interviewed a lot of half Africans to find out exactly what is the problem, what do they lack, what do they want, and a lot of African women too, we do. So our responsibility is to promote where you may not get promotion. We make sure we put you to the spotlight and make sure the world sees that, yes, this person is worthy of emulation. This person is worthy of whatever that he deserves or that comes to him. So we are really very honored.
Thank you so much.
We, the team of Nahfconnects for Africa and the world, we are really very highly honored to have you here today. And we will continue to blow your trumpet. We'll continue to push you to its apogee, to the right direction. Wherever we know people will say, yes, we recommend Mr. Ikenna Nweke as someone who is trustworthy. Thank you very much for honoring our interview today. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.